Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Ali Moreno with us here in the studio. Juls and Frank join us as well. Frank, did you call me a bad person again on the show today?
I think so.
This is becoming too much.
Why would you say that?
Well, because we were talking about Mbappe and you said I was a bad person.
You are a bad person.
For doubting him.
You are a bad person. Everybody knows that. You know, you don't believe in human being. You know, you make statements. You think people are bad, and for once, and you don't change your mind. People can change and be better persons. You know, even yourself can be a better person one day. We're still waiting, but it might come up. I love you. I love you, Dan. You know that.
I wasn't critical of Mbappe. I was suggesting that maybe money was a bigger influence than you were suggesting. That was all.
No, okay. But I want to say to the audience that we love each other and we love to tease each other because you're English and I'm French and we can stand each other.
Right.
Only Jules can live in London, but otherwise.
Jules, you've had quite the weekend, really. The Mbappe news going up to Manchester for the final day of the season. Goodness me. Do you think Gab will let you talk a little more tomorrow on the podcast?
No.
He's on good form lately as well, so there's even more. Like he's got so many things. It's the end of the season. He's got even more to say.
Of course.
It was a very, very special weekend. To be fair, between the news that broke yesterday and today, going to City and be part that experience. I mean, I didn't care who won the title. I didn't mind if it was Liverpool or City. But seeing all those fans at the Etihad, like we mentioned on the show, was really incredible to be part of that day.
Joel, just out of interest, just from a journalist perspective, take us through the Mbappe timeline. When did you get an inkling? When did sources start to confirm? When could you go public with it?
Yeah, it was quite fascinating on Saturday because early afternoon, really, we started getting a few messages and phone calls about something is happening. And remember, we said on the Tuesday that PSG were really pessimistic by then that he would stay. That they felt, and maybe it was them bluffing us and the way they were briefing us, but they felt like this is not good. And on the other hand, Real Madrid were really confident. And then it kind of went quiet, and then neither of those clubs were like, oh, where is he going to go? Didn't really know. And then on Saturday early afternoon, we started getting the news. So it's those big email threads with all the bosses in Bristol. What do we do now? Do we go now? There was Rodri, obviously, and Alex Kirkland involved in Madrid as well for the Madrid side. By then, I was convinced from the PSG sources that he was staying. They were obviously over the moon, so it's easy in that case to get the information. And then my daughter was like, take me to the park. So we basically wrote it all between the house and the park, the slide and the swing. It was a crazy afternoon.
Frank, what would you have done? Not taking the daughter to the park. Would you have gone to Real Madrid or stayed at PSG?
I think, and like I thought, at the end of the day, even if I had I put myself in a position when I think I wanted him to stay in Paris Saint-Germain. For myself, I would have gone for a new challenge.
Right.
I think there is a cycle of 5 years in football, and it's what I did. I left Strasbourg after 5 years. I left Chelsea after 5 years. And talking to other players, I think there is a cycle when you need something else and other challenges, other goals and everything. And that's his decision again. And I don't want to criticize or I don't really care in a way. But personally, I would have tried. Something else. So but it's my feeling.
Are these Mbappe approved questions?
I don't know if we spoke to Mbappe if he approves of this. Okay.
Want to make sure that.
Away from Mbappe, I think this is out for the oldest member of the panel, so we'll go to Frank. Back before cell phones and widespread internet access, how did the players, coaches, media and fans keep track of scores for other matches on final match day? Was there TV showing other matches in the locker room, on the bench or in the media room, Frank?
At my time or nowadays?
No, we know nowadays. We all live in nowadays. Back in your day.
Or back in my days? I don't know. I think we didn't have, we had a little bit of cell phones, but not
Radio.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
But in the 90s, I think they were listening to radio.
Yes.
I think they were listening to radio, and everybody had a radio with the thing
antenna.
there, listening like that, and the antenna. That was pretty fun, and they were listening to a reporter saying goal or not. That was the only way, I guess.
It's a good question. And if you were playing for the title top 4 relegation on the last day of the season, would you rather play at home or away? Would the nerves be too much playing at home, or would the crowd push your team to get the result you need?
I understand the premise of the question.
Yeah.
I'd rather play at home.
Right.
Because this is framing the question from a negative point of view.
Yes.
You're already suggesting that the pressure is going to be too much. Well, how about you turn around and you said the support is what's going to take us through.
The nerves at City today, you could taste it, couldn't you?
Well, you could.
Yeah.
But you could taste the nerves because of how poorly they were playing.
Right.
Had they shown up and been dominant from the very first minute and scored a goal 5-10 minutes into the match, then that crowd gets behind you and there's no chance Villa's ever coming back. I'd rather have the possibility of controlling what's around me, and I can do that better at home than I would on the road.
Frank?
I totally agree with Ali. I think you have to see the bottle half full instead of seeing the bottle half empty. I think the crowd can help you big time, especially if you concede a goal. They're going to cheer you up and they're going to help you to come back into the game. So yeah, definitely at home.
For Ali, who should Real Madrid look to sign in general this summer now that they're all that Mbappe money to spend?
Well, I tend to believe, and I may be in the minority, that if you are Real Madrid, you don't drown in the sorrows of being left at the altar by Kylian Mbappe. You actually go out and party hard.
Right.
Go and find.
So who are the bridesmaids?
Well, I don't know, but if you can find good bridesmaids, if you can find players at obviously in comparison would be at a budget price.
Right. So let me throw some names. Lewandowski.
No, you don't need Lewandowski.
Paul Pogba.
No, you have Benzema.
Paul Pogba, yeah, under the right circumstances.
Mo Salah.
Yeah, sure.
Sadio Mane.
Yes, as well. I mean, if these are players that are actually available to you, then yes. But you're not addressing some of the issues that you have.
Right.
You got to address the left back position. You got to address the right back position. You have to address depth in the midfield. You're assuming that Valverde and Camavinga are going to be the answer long term, but you're still missing a Modric type sort of player, a guy that can work the underneath spaces and can find a pass. You don't have that. You have a lot of talent in the front third with Rodrigo, Benzema, and Vinicius. Maybe you find an alternative to Benzema when he's injured or when he's not available or when you want to give him some time off. That is not Luka Jovic or the other alternative that they have had available to them. So there are things that you can do to strengthen your team, to make you a better team, a deeper squad than what you were this year.
This is from Frank's Restaurant Shorts. Frank's, we've got a heat wave here. I ate in a restaurant with shorts on in your honour this week, and it was lovely. Much needed air on the legs, Frank. I don't know why you would deny me that.
I'm sure.
Could we see a rift between
on top of it?
Could we see a rift between Benzema and Mbappe because of the transfer saga? Could France's World Cup hopes be in danger with this and pre-existing drama?
Well, hopefully not first, and I don't think so. I think Karim knows the difficulty that it can be for players to leave a club and to come to another one, and it's none of his business in a way. And as Ali mentioned, I think now we can say it. Well, it's of course a priority to sign a fantastic player, and when you have the possibility to sign Mbappe, you want to go for it. But without watching Real Madrid this season, we all know that it's not offensively that they have to strengthen their team. And if they want the Real Madrid to play, to put 100 million in Mbappe's pocket, you can buy 2 or 3 players to let's say, fulfill maybe in the defense department or a little bit in the midfield zone as well, instead of getting an offensive, very expensive player. But I don't think, going back to the question, that's going to be an issue. I think Mbappe will explain what happened and how it happened, and Benzema will carry on, what he does the best for Real Madrid.
What did you make of the Benzema Instagram posts, Jules?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting one, wasn't it? The Tupac photo with his mate who betrayed him behind. In the background, you could see the face. There's a few people who are quite close to Karim who said that that was not the intention that he had. It came from another account. I don't know. I would want to believe that this is part of football as well. Okay, those kind of transfer sagas and those kind of twists don't happen every day. I give you that. But it happens sometimes where you think you've signed a player, you're excited to play with someone, and then in the end it doesn't come. It's happened many, many times before. Not to this magnitude, not with those clubs, and not with a player like Mbappe maybe. But this has happened before. Karim Benzema knows this is not Care Bear world. He knows how football is brutal at times, and this is part of it. So I would want to think that it won't be bad. There won't be bad blood between them. They were good friends before. I think they were looking forward to playing with each other at club level. If the move had happened, it didn't, and I would trust in Deschamps to make sure that there's no hard feelings between the two.
Care Bear.
Do Care Bears still exist, Jules? You have a little girl. Does she like Care Bears?
Yeah, we have a few.
Really?
In French, it's bisounours.
Pardon?
Yeah, bisounours in French, which is bisounours, like bisou for kisses, and nours for like nounours, teddy bears. So yeah, it's really cute.
That's very nice. My Josh isn't quite into Care Bears.
What about bisounours?
You've got boys, Dan, so, and you, Ali, as well. So you don't know.
That's all I get. Yeah. Shot as I walk through the door. Who is more excited right now? Pablo and Nedum because of Campeones.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We
know Nedum is on holiday in Italy, isn't he? It's his anniversary at the moment. Mm-hmm. Pablo quite excited, I imagine. Or Jules because of Mbappe. No, that's easy. That's easy.
It's a personal bond here.
Come on. Or Frank, because Mbappe didn't go to Real Madrid, and we know Frank hates Real Madrid, and they're just a lucky team.
Why does he hate Real Madrid?
Well, because, I don't know, he's just got this thing.
Wow. World Cup champion, Frank Leboeuf.
It's crazy because I almost signed for Real Madrid in '98, and when John Toshak was the coach, and Chelsea put a crazy price on me, and I was already too old, and I didn't sign for them for many reasons. I love that club. I really respect that club. I just say I don't know. I like when you do that, but I really think that the way they play today doesn't allow me to say that they are a fantastic team.
They're winning.
They are absolutely
they're a winning
fantastic
team,
in terms
Frank.
of spirit. Yes, of course they're winning team. Okay, they're fantastic. As all specialists in the world, all talent. If they play well, ask them if they play with Madrid play well. Even Camavinga, I followed something today on the French television. Camavinga say, "I can't believe what we were able to do in Santiago Bernabeu in return games. I couldn't believe. Even them, they don't believe what happened. But it's not because of the way they play. It's because of the way they believe in football. So credit for that." Not credit for the football.
But we just Jules telling us that Riyad Mahrez says exactly that after the Manchester City win today, that he couldn't believe what happened.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Sometimes football is made like that. But overall, you want to see the better team win, And again, I don't care. I'm happy if they win the championship. Well, it's not I'm happy. I don't care. And I will say, well done, Real Madrid. Right. Your spirit is fantastic. The way you play is not, but the spirit is fantastic.
Isn't Frank, hold on a second. Isn't Frank spearheading our coverage?
Yeah, the Champions League.
The Champions League.
Yeah.
He's hosting people because it's in Paris. And
yes.
and he is leading the coverage.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of bias in this coverage.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Frank. I wish I was coming with. Oh, it'd be lovely. Me and Frank in Paris.
I'll be eating in shorts everywhere.
Oh, shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Down the Champs-Elysees.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. We talked about this on the show, didn't we?
I have a dinner plan with. Yeah. I have a dinner plans with Alexis Nunez and Luis Moran.
Yes.
And we'll have a dinner Tuesday night.
Okay.
And I see Juls on Thursday because we're going to do the show on Thursday live from Paris.
Right.
And Saturday we'll be at the stadium. So you're going to see a lot of Frank next week.
Wow, a lot of negativity towards Real Madrid.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be nice. we talked about this on the show. Chances of Zidane taking the PSG job. Frank, are you saying none, zero, not happening, ever?
Well, I might have made a mistake or a misunderstanding where this afternoon it was on TV and I thought it was a statement from the press, from some journalists saying that Zidane is not coming. So I guess I took it for granted and it's what I said. I don't believe it's possible. Nothing is impossible, and that's a French saying. But again, as I said before, I don't see Piqué being the coach of Madrid one day, like I don't see Sergio Ramos being the coach of Barcelona. I feel the same for Zidane. Well, never say never. We'll see.
By the way, nothing is impossible. It's not a French saying. It's not specific to France. We say the same thing in Spanish.
No, that's French. Jules, explain to Ali that we say that in France because you speak English better than me.
I don't think you've got the copyright on it.
Yeah, apparently. Nada imposible. We can't say that.
No, it's like the Let's Get Ready to Rumble man. I can't say it.
No, what?
Oh, no.
It's going to cost you money.
That's it. We're done. Okay. Now we've gone all this. Now we have to go quite serious to the final question.
Here we go.
Yay or nay for fan pitch invasions? This, of course, has been a big talking point over the last week. Jules, what do you think?
It's a big no for me. I've said it on the show with Gab before. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you would want to do it. I mean, yeah, maybe if your dream is to walk on a piece of grass, albeit in the stadium of the team you support, maybe, but it's dangerous. They're crazy people. A lot of them are drunk on the pitch. We saw the incident with Patrick Vieira. We saw the incident today with Olsen. We saw the incident with Billy Sharp the other day in the championship as well. Now it's going out of hands. And today, trust me, there was a lot of stewards, there was the police, and the stewards cannot engage with the fans anyway. So they're there, and they've got those bright jackets, yellow or orange, but they can't do anything. So I'm not really sure actually why they're there, because the fans don't care. I mean, they broke the goal at the Etihad. I mean, come on, what world is this? Like, I know they were happy. You can be happy in the stands. You don't need to be happy on the grass. So it's a huge no for me.
I think my son was on the Manchester City pitch today. That's nothing to do with bad parenting. Frank?
Absolutely no, an absolute no for me. I saw Zinchenko completely squeezed, by the people from the security. I mean, you want to enjoy with the fans, but not that way because it's impossible. People get overwhelmed and they pull your shirt. I remember in Italy seeing players finishing only with their underwear. That they had some fresh air like you when you were in the restaurant with your shorts. But you want to you don't want to be put naked because the fans want everything from you. So it's not a good party. They have to escape from the pitch. And to only party in the dressing room, that's insane for me.
It's a definite nay. However, if you do allow it, and something happens like it did with Patrick Vieira, and then this fan who's harassing Patrick Vieira gets his rear end handed back to him, then that's on him. You came looking for something, you got your backside whooped, that's on you. Let's not blame Patrick Vieira for it.
No.
You're fair game. You're on the field. If I feel threatened as a player, then let's go. But don't blame me if it doesn't end well for you.
that is it then. That brings us to the end of ESPN FC. As Frank mentioned, there'll be a lot of talk about the Champions League final, and whether you like it or not, a lot of Frank, baby. What? You can join us throughout the week.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Yes. Je suis désolé. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.